guys! Hi! And so, I'm going to be making fish and vegetables for dinner tonight.
So we put in some tomato, some potato, and some capsicum.
And we put in carrot and eggplant. And the rest of it was some pumpkin and some mushroom. So now we've got some chili, some spring onion, and some radish. And we're going to cut those. I'm going to show you how I slice it. So I've got this pretty sharp knife, and I'm going to slice it first in half, like this. And it's actually white on the inside. I don't know if you can see, but it's actually white on the inside, which is pretty cool. So, and then I'm going to slice it again in half. And then I'm going to throw it, in my pan. Same with this side. But I'm going to slice this again because it is a little bit thicker. We're just going to toss it in the pan. Would you like to do it?
Yeah, sure.
Can I also do it? Do it. Toss it. Okay, so now we're going to do the rest of the horseradish. Boys, do you know why it's called horseradish?
Nope, no. Does it come from horses?
It's radish. It's actually just called horseradish. It's just, the name is just
Horseradish?
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I do my spring onion. From here, the most of the onion bit, I'm going to actually cut it from here. This bit from here, we don't need it too much. So we're going to go from here. And
So probably the white part you would want to put in the garbage.
exactly. So we're going to finish with that. Now we're going to toss the rest of our spring onions into our bowl. Our hot spot.
Okay, the one piece I'm already tossed it in. Good job.
We've actually got our chili, and this is pretty spicy, just to give it a little kick of energy. So we're going to actually not cut all of the chili.
Yeah.
We're just gonna actually put half of it.
Really spicy.
You shouldn't eat it all when you're like.
If chili is like really spicy for you, and you don't really like chili,
Don't eat it.
Just to give it a kick, you could put just half a chili.
Now I'm going to show you guys how I cut this really thinly sliced, like this.
That looks thin.
Yeah, it does. Be careful not to cut your fingers.
That's a bit thick.
I'm experienced at this.
Yeah.
So
Very experienced.
thank you. So if you're
And
not
that's why you have a YouTube channel.
if you're not experienced, then you can ask an adult to do this for you. Okay, moving on. So I just wanted to give you a little point out that definitely after you've been cutting chili, either cut it with a glove or if you're not using a glove like me, you definitely have to wash your hands.
And before
Right,
you
guys?
wash your hands, just be careful. Do not rub your eye. You don't want your eye to start burning.
Do you?
No, you don't.
No, you do not. Okay, so now we're going to set this aside.
And if you do,
And we're going to move on to our fish. Now we're going to set that aside and move on to boiling the rest of this. So we're going to put the heat on and let's start boiling. A really good tip to do these vegetables, is you can put a lot of olive oil and garlic. Let me show you. So I've got this very thinly chopped, and I've put olive oil and garlic in
we've
there.
got garlic very, yes, small cubes.
Okay. And we've also actually included some paprika, some black pepper,
And some salt.
and some salt. Okay, so now I'm going to actually show you the color pop, and this is so cool because you always want to have a a colorful plate. So let me show you guys here. So this, you guys, is just wonderful how it is. Isn't that good?
That's hot. And when you pick the pot up, just because of not to burn your hand.
Exactly. So now we're going to actually put a little bit more olive oil. This.
Good drizzle.
Thanks. Oh my God! Hear that sizzle?
You mean drizzle?
Sizzle.
Said
Drizzle and sizzle.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, so now I'm going to let that sit for a while, and I'm going to actually lower the heat
Onto 4. Onto 3 actually.
Now we're going to cover it.
Ooh, that looks yummy.
So now I'm going to show you a little tip. So see this small pan? I'm actually going to get the stove onto another stove, and I'm going to get one more garlic clover and put it right on the small pan. I don't know if you can see, so I'm going to show you guys.
So this is what it looks like from super duper close.
Okay. Now we're going to empty the rest of this, and it's good. You can do it like this.
Yeah, so make sure you get like all of the garlic with the garlic inside there.
Yep, we sure got it. So now I'm going to get some olive oil,
And we're gonna drizzle it again in.
Okay, and we want it a little bit of a brown,
Like
a little bit
we
brown.
wanted like a nice roast.
Exactly. We're going to let it sizzle there till it's a little bit brown.
Again,
And now we're going to check on this.
Again, drizzle and sizzle.
Gonna check on our mixture.
Sizzle and give and whatever.
Okay, now since both stoves are at 3, this is actually starting to get a little bit golden brown. Do you see it? Do you guys want to see it? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Hamudi. Okay. So it's actually starting some of it to get golden brown.
And
Don't
we-
want it to pop in your guys' face.
Yeah. And we put it. Actually, we've lowered it.
Yes. To 3. Now we're going to take this and put it right on here so it doesn't burn. We've actually set our garlic aside already. Be careful not to burn yourself.
And be careful not to burn the garlic.
Funny jokes, Harvey. Funny jokes. Always remember to keep this here so it doesn't tip on you and you burn yourself. Okay, so I'm going to get this. This is massive, this frying pan.
Yeah.
So we're going to get our fish now. This fish that I'm using is actually sea bass and sea bream. I've got 2 of sea bass and 1 of sea bream. We said that all at the same time. Okay, now we're going to get this. Okay, and we're going to get that in. We don't want to get fishy fingers. And now we're going to get our olive oil once again. And we're actually going to marinate our fish. We're going to get some olive oil.
A sizzle again, a drizzle again, but I really don't think sizzle. A sizzle
Sizzle later.
A sizzle again,
Yeah.
but I forgot the other one.
Drizzle.
The whatever
Okay,
again.
now we're going to sprinkle some salt on there. And sprinkle some pepper on there. About 3 dashes, 4 maybe, of pepper. And then we're also going to get some paprika.
Paprika.
That was long. So now we're going to marinate. We've got our gloves on.
The chef's gonna marinate it.
This looks good.
That looks
so
very good. I'm gonna eat it all.
Oh my gosh. He never usually eats fish, this guy.
Yeah,
But when I made this, he was like, he fell in love with it. So I'm gonna make it again, just with vegetables this time.
I loved it.
Now we're going to take our gloves off.
be careful not to get your hands dirty when you take your gloves off.
This is
you
my
don't want to wash your
little
hands
trick
again.
then into the garbage. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get some tongs and we're going to get our garlic, put it on there. Now we're going to get our fish and put it on the pan. So Hamidi, would you hand over the fish?
Yes. So let's
Just hand it over.
okay.
So I'm going to get these tongs and I'm going to put our fish on our stove. First we're going to do this. Let's do this.
And you should actually start all of these stuff that you cooked. Start it always on 9, and then maybe
Which is high heat.
yes, which is the high heat. And then you might get it lower and lower and lower. But the secret is always to start it on 9,
Which is high.
which is high. And if your stove doesn't go on 9, you can maybe just put it the highest that you have.
Yes, exactly. Wow, that was a shocker. Okay. So I'm just going to lay my fish out just like this. It's okay if they are touching each other. Now we've got one more really beautiful piece of fish. I love calling these fishes because that's why my brother this is why Umar, my brother, loves my fish. He likes it because it has a lot of flavor to it.
That's why
I love flavor things.
and it's quite oily too.
Yeah.
Whatever
So
you
we're
say.
going to get the garlic.
The burnt one.
It's not burnt.
The brown one.
It's crispy.
Like
Crispy. Okay. So you see how the fish is actually getting a little bit whiter than the other. So that means it's almost time to flip your fish. I'm gonna flip my fish.
That
looks
good. That's how the fish is actually supposed to look. Kind of oily, actually.
Yeah, it looks like. Are we gonna eat this for dinner? Exactly. Oh. Look at that. Look at that.
That is so good.
Wow. Blew my ears off.
He definitely screamed their ears.
Okay, so I'm going to be careful so my fish does not break. We've got our chili and we're gonna pour some of our chili just lightly into our fish. Just like that. I'm not gonna pour all of it because I think it's gonna be a little bit spicy for this guy. Okay, so now we're actually going to get our fish and plate it. Then we're going to put the vegetables actually next to the fish or on top of the fish. Okay, so here it is. This is our serving plate.
Yummy, yummy.
This is how
The fish.
is served. I'm going to get more of our fish and just keep plating the fish. And don't worry if it doesn't cover the whole thing because there is the vegetables. So yeah. This bit right there, and this bit right there. The fish plate part is done, and now we're just going to serve this bit of vegetables. Our dish.
Our dish.
Okay, so now we're going to show you how it looks on a table. So this is what we've cooked today. The vegetables. Stop it.
That's good.
The vegetables and fish. And remember to hit that subscribe button and help smash that like button. And what else, Ahmad?
Hit that notification bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
And hit this cardinal bell. I don't think there's any of those.
Okay, bye you guys. Peace out. More love, more cooking. Bye. Bloopers. Ramon, is it good?
I'm just eating.
You're not mad at me. bye, guys.
See ya.